Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in today. Today's video is going to be on the TRD sway bar 500 miles later. Before we get started, I just want to thank Liberty Toyota for this shirt and that shirt. I appreciate everything from them. They've helped me tremendously in the beginning of this channel, so I wanted to give them a shout out and thank them for the stuff. If you're looking for a Toyota and you're in the greater Pennsylvania area or western Jersey, give them a look. They're great. As far as the TRD sway bar now, so I've had it on the truck for roughly 500 miles around that. So we're going to go around outside the truck and we're going to see anything that needed tightening. So let's check it out. All right, so these bolts right here I put in with an air gun. And since I wasn't able to do a video of the actual install because my camera was broken at the time, these bolts, getting them out, the stock bolts that are already in there, was kind of a pain. We had a really hard time getting them out, but I think if you have a better, higher torque air gun, you'd be all right. Ours was really cheap, but it finally came out. But when I checked these bolts were fine. They were tight. Yeah, these bolts here, they were tight too. So the entire bar coming from the frame down, these bolts were tight, and the bolts up there that I just showed you were tight. The only ones that needed actual real tightening were the ones that were against the axle. They were actually pretty loose, so my suggestion would be to make sure you go under, after about 500 miles and check them out. The bar didn't need adjusting or anything. Nothing seemed to move. They weren't like unsafe, loose, but you might want to make sure they're tight so you get the best advantage out of them as well. All right, so there you have it. It's just a couple bolts that are against the axle that we needed to tighten up. The other bolts were fine. So with the TRD sway bar, I wasn't able to film the installation because that was when the camera fell off the truck and I was waiting for new parts to come. But a couple things, those two side bolts in the frame rail, a little bit of a pain, not that big of a deal. If you're going to be off-roading with this truck, I wouldn't recommend the TRD sway bar because it will affect your rear articulation. But if you're using it for street use, highway use, it's fantastic. I've now taken a few road trips with it. It really keeps the truck planted in any turns. It feels a lot better. The body doesn't roll as much. It makes the truck feel, sometimes on the highway without it, it would kind of just sway, just at high speed. It takes care of all that. Definitely worth it. But as we learned today, after 500, probably 500 to 1,000 miles, I would definitely check it for tightening. I'm going to check it again for tightening in another 500 miles to see if it's settled yet. But we'll do a video. I'm sure by that point the bolts will be fine. But just something to check out. I thank you guys for watching. Once again, thanks to Liberty Toyota for the cool shirts. Follow me on Twitter and, well, almost said Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TundraDude34. And I'll see you next time.